Hey everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin video for today. Today is February 5th, 2020, and I want to spend no more than 10 minutes on this, and I know I say this in the beginning, but I'm going to try and keep this 10 minutes or less because not a whole lot has changed since yesterday. I want to talk a little bit about the discussions that we were having yesterday, and I also want to talk about what has happened today, and then kind of maybe figure out where we're going next, okay? But before I get started, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. And I'm just giving my opinion on the market. Howdy, JB, out there in the United Kingdom. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole spiel on what we have covered over the last several weeks. I think that it's pretty self-explanatory what's been going on here. Lots of garbage on the chart, so let's look at it naked for a moment. Looks pretty nice. We've got some nice bottom down here. We've got a one wave, a second wave, really a third wave, and then we're moving up for our fifth, okay? So we are quickly approaching the zone where things are going to pivot. Now, I say approaching because obviously we haven't pivoted yet. This isn't confirmed. We haven't seen a blow off top, like yada, yada, yada. I could go on. One way or another, we are getting ready to, see signs of some exhaustion here, and we are starting to see a little bit of increasing volume. If we take a look at our volume here, you can see the last few hours we've had increasing volume. It's sort of been dwarfed by the volume of this single candle, but we're talking like very consistent volume that we've had up here, which is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And again, measuring this as a 1, 2, working on the 3, 4, came right back to the 382. Again, this, I'm just going to put this shameless plug. I was talking about buying at 8,300. We're talking about buying at 8,300, and that was back here. And why was 8,300 important? Well, let me just cover this again. 8,300. I've got it circled right down here. We have the 1 hour, the 3 hour, and the 12 hour approaching oversold conditions. Okay, this was perfect recharge for a move to the upside, which we had. All right. Then I was talking yesterday, and especially in the Discord, I was like, hey, you know what? We should probably be buying at 9,200. Yeah, the price went down. The price went down deeper into the 9,100, just a little under 9,100. But I was like, I think this is probably a good place to buy. Lots of people were like, is this 9,200? Is it still valid? And I'm like, what did we have? We had the 1 hour and the 3 hour down in oversold conditions. Both times, this 3 hour has been in oversold conditions, and actually, the last 3 times this has been in oversold conditions. This is just proof that trading stochastics works. The 3 hour was down and oversold with the 1 hour down here when the price was at 77.50. Then we had a move up and a move down, and here we go again. We find ourselves down here into oversold conditions. The first area to buy was right here at 8,300. That's where I was talking about buying. It came back down again, obviously, went a little deeper this time, down into the mid 8,200s. So there's another area. All right, so what did we just have at 9,200? Well, look at that. And again, guys, I was talking about this yesterday, all right? And at some point, I'm gonna be wrong. That's just the way this game works. At some point, I'm gonna be wrong. But for the time being, we are in a bit of a bullish impulse. So naturally, when you see a slow and a fast stochastic that's down here. We had the 3 hour, the slow stochastic, and the 1 hour fast stochastic down here in oversold territory. I don't even have to look at the chart. This is where you buy. I move over. When does that happen again? It happens right here. When these both go into oversold territory, that's where you buy. And this was down here at 9,200. Now we move, sorry, that wasn't 9,200, that was 8,300. Then we move forward, and here was the next time we had both of these. And it's important that they're both down there. Both down here in oversold conditions. This is where you buy. This was at 9,200. So this was right here. We were actually, this was, way down when we were at about 91.30, but I was talking about buying at about 9,200. We saw the move up and I was like, yeah, we're going to come back down, buy at 9,200. We went deeper, okay? But this is why it's important not to have too tight stop losses, because it would have been easy for me to say, yeah, buy at 9,200, and then, it comes down here to 91.25 and you're like, I'm probably going to get out of this position. It's not good. We didn't violate these lows. We didn't get anywhere close to these lows. And if we take a nice little Fibonacci and throw it on there, let's just look and see where we came in accordance with those lows. All right, so I'm going to zoom in on this. And just to look and see how valid of a retrace that was. It went to the 618 approximately. So that would have been the push up there. Came back, guys, it came right back to the 618. This was perfect. I mean, yeah, obviously I said to buy at 9,200 if you were on the Discord, but 91.33, I mean, that was the 618. That was a good pivot to buy from. And we obviously have gone well above that. And we're still in this upward trend. Now, again, I was talking about this when I was talking about the Ripple chart this morning. When I was talking about the Ripple chart this morning, I went to my, in my support area inside of our Discord, don't buy after the trade looks good. Heck, you guys, all right, no, I would not buy here. I would not buy here because look at this. The price has gone up from the bottom to the top. It's gone up, I mean, 7.5, almost 8%. All right. You want to buy that? I mean, I know Bitcoin has an opportunity where it can go much, much higher, but I also believe that the 1 hour and the 3 hour are now in overbought territory. Still has room that it could go. I'm not saying to short here. I'm not saying to sell here. I'm not saying to buy here. I'm saying watch for a dominant pivot, and then you can sell the retrace, short the retrace. But for right now, the trend is still looking up. And I'm not seeing sign of selling pressure. Bears have not stepped in. Sellers have not stepped in. If anything, I have been seeing constant pressure up, 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 and then especially on this candle right here, push up. So I don't see any sign that we have sellers kicking in. And this can happen in an instant. Sellers can come in and you won't have an opportunity to get your first sell-in because it'll likely happen very, very fast. But what is a potential target for us? So I'm going to go back to a 3-hour time frame, and to take a look at this, let's take a look here. All right, so we've got first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave down here again to the 382. So now our target really is here at 98.37, and that's measuring from the 2. Let me just go ahead and get this perfect on here. From the 2 to the 3, I'm measuring bottom to the top. We've got our 382 retrace, so our algo target's going to be sitting here at 98.33. We haven't gotten that high yet. We've only gotten up to 97.79. And right now we're at 97.21, so likely there's another $100 you can squeeze out of this turnip. But the question that I have for you, and that's what I'm going to leave it at, the question that I have, and I've kept myself to my word, 10 minutes or less, question I have for you is, are you going to be greedy or are you going to take profit? Because when this does turn around, and it will, the price doesn't just always go up. When it does turn around and come down, it's going to come down very hard and very fast. So the question that I have for you is, are you going to be greedy or are you going to be taking profit along the way? Because we have gone through a huge increase since the bottom back on December 18th. Let's just calculate this. We have gone up 53%. Are you going to take profit? Or are you going to sit there and ride the wave? And there's nothing wrong with that. But, I'm in it for small wins and smaller losses. And yeah, so do what you'd like, be responsible, manage your money, take profit, pay yourself. There's always another trade to take. So that's what I've got for you right now. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, I do appreciate likes, subscribing, and sharing. I know for a fact that 48% of my viewers are not subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button and then of course enable alerts. I do these videos every day, so you can go back and watch my videos and you can see, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, one way or another. I've got my faithful crowd and I've got my troll crowd, and that's okay. I love you both. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, and a good evening at 10 minutes and 15 seconds.